Let's make the most delicious coconut milk mackerel fish macaroni pasta. So I'm using bell peppers and scotch bonnet, and also be using some salt, vegetable oil, seasoning, curry powder, coconut milk, and the pasta. So this is the onions I'm going to be using. This is a low budget recipe and I'm making it right here in my kitchen from Nigeria. So in a pot of boiling water I added salt, and I'm going to add the pasta and let it cook for about 6 minutes. So this is me adding the pasta. This recipe is so delicious and you're definitely gonna love it. The flavor from the coconut milk, the mackerel fish, and the pasta plus the bell peppers, all the flavor building up together makes this delicious food. Once the pasta is in the water, just give it a quick stir and then allow it to cook for just 5 to 6 minutes depending on how soft you want it to be. It should be on medium heat, not high or low heat, so that it doesn't soak up water or it doesn't get burnt. So I'm just going to cut the bell peppers open to remove the seed, and then I'm going to blend it up. This pepper is called tatashe in Nigeria, and the other spicy one is called atarodo. So these big ones, they are not spicy at all. In fact, they are actually sweet peppers and they add so much flavor to your food. It is very important to remove the seed from this tatashe because the seed are hard and they will not blend smoothly. So it is better to remove as much seed as you can so that you don't mess up your food. The coconut milk, I have a video on my channel where I share how to extract milk from fresh coconut. But in a situation where you don't have the fresh coconut, you can use the canned coconut milk like I'm about to use in this video. But if you don't want the canned one, personally I prefer to use freshly extracted coconut milk, but I couldn't get that because we are actually experiencing cashless policy in Nigeria, and the market women, they have not adapted to it yet. They're still expecting us to pay with cash, so it's not really easy for us creating content in Nigeria right now because of the cashless policy. So while that is blending up, I'm just going to add a little onions and then set it aside, let it blend. After that, I'm just going to clean the mackerel fish. This is Titus fish as it's popularly called in Nigeria. It is a delicious and nicely flavored fish. So I'm just cleaning it up, and after that I'm trying to cut it into small pieces. I love to cut my fish into small pieces because I just want all the flavor in the fish, to come out, and all the seasoning I'm going to be using to season the fish to enter properly into the fish. Now I want you to know that you don't have to use Titus fish or mackerel fish. You can use red sniper, you can use other kind of fish, you can use catfish, any kind of fish of your choice, and you can as well use beef, chicken, turkey, goat meat for this recipe. As far as you're in Nigerian, I told you that Nigerian food recipes, you can play with them, you can play around them, you can add yours and remove yours. So yeah, this is so delicious and it is a low budget recipe, very easy to make. You don't have to break the bank to make this food. It is so delicious. So once I finish cutting the fish, the next thing is that I'm going to clean it up, wash it very well, clear it very well, and then this is how it looks. Now I'm going to add fish seasoning, powder pepper, and some curry powder to season the fish. So once you mix it up, just put everything on the fish and mix properly. So after that, you can allow it to rest in the fridge for about 10 to 30 minutes depending on how much time you have. Mackerel fish is one of my best fish to use for any kind of food I want to cook. Egusi soup, okra soup, any soup, even jollof rice. I love to use mackerel fish. I have a lot of mackerel fish stew recipes on my channel. You can go ahead and check them out. So once it's properly marinated in a pot, I added vegetable oil, and then I added onions to flavor the oil. So that's the purpose of the onions in the oil. I love the onion flavor in the oil. So the fish is properly seasoned. I'm just going to gently drop it into the oil, and then I'm going to let it fry and then flip over once a side is fried before finally bringing it out of the oil, and we'll continue with our entire cooking process. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of African food recipes that you definitely want to try on this channel. I also have bread recipes, pop-off recipes, jollof rice recipes, okra soup recipes, egusi soup recipes right here on this channel. I also have turkey stew, Nigerian chicken stew, Nigerian turkey stew, different kind of Nigerian and African food recipes that you definitely want to try out. They're all on this channel and they are easy to make, delicious, and of course low budget, because you want to manage yourself in this economy where everything is inflation, and you can't even save enough money. We're just trying to manage. So the fish now is properly fried. You see how golden brown it is. This is what we are looking for. And right now this oil is already flavored with the mackerel fish. So this is the oil we're going to use to prepare our pasta. I'm not using everything for the pasta though, because I also use the oil to make a mackerel fish stew recipe. So I use the oil to fry the tomato stew. You know, in Nigeria we love using tomatoes to make our red stew. If you are a Nigerian or you want to taste Nigerian food but you don't know how to cook it, I promise you all my recipes are very easy to follow, step by step recipes, step by step instruction, and it is easy to follow. You're definitely gonna love the taste. I also want you to know that when you're in the kitchen, you just have to be careful, especially when you are handling hot oil. And also you can use air fryer to fry your fish. You don't have to use oil like I'm doing. You can also grill it in the oven. It's still going to come out perfectly and delicious. Look at that, looks so yummy. Now that our fish is fried, I'm going to blend the peppers, and yeah, once it's very smooth, or just as your blender can go. Once the pepper is properly blended, it's just going to go ahead and continue with the entire cooking process. Our macaroni is already fully cooked. I already rinsed it in cold water to stop the cooking process. Now I'm going to chop the onions as tiny as possible. After chopping the onions, we're going to go ahead and cook our macaroni pasta. Also, I want you to know that you can as well use this recipe if you are cooking spaghetti or any other pasta of your choice apart from noodles though. While I was in school, I usually enjoy this recipe because it is more or less like a student food. Although I don't always add coconut milk in mine, no. But for this recipe, I'm going to add coconut milk in this pasta because it's so delicious. I love the flavor from the coconut milk. As you can see on the side of this video, that's the flavored oil I'm going to use to cook the macaroni, because this oil is the oil I use in frying the mackerel or Titus fish. So it's also going to add this special flavor to our pasta. Just keep watching, and if you get to try this recipe, let me know in the comment section, or you send me a video on my Facebook, Modesty Kitchen. So here is our mackerel fish flavored oil, or Titus fish flavored oil. You see how the color looks? It's so beautiful and it smells amazing. You know the way mackerel fish smells so nice. Now I'm going to go in with the chopped onions. After that, I'm just going to give it a quick stir, and then we're going to continue the cooking. You want to fry the onions until it is caramelized, and then we'll go ahead and add our blended bell pepper mix. After adding it into the hot oil, I went ahead to rinse it into it, so that then we're going to give it a quick stir and allow it to dry down, because we want all the liquid to be fully dried before seasoning this sauce. So I just give it a quick stir and let it dry down. You're going to see how it looks. So this is how it looks when it is dried. Now I'm adding seasoning cubes, and then I'm going to also add salt. This is a little amount of salt, and then I'm also going to be adding some little amount of curry powder, which is optional. You can use any of your favorite spice, and then I'm just going to give it a quick stir. Just stir it very well. Once you have stirred it, just leave it to fry on its own for another 5 to 10 minutes, because you want it fully fried. You don't want the fresh smell of the bell peppers. You want it fried and well flavored before adding the macaroni. Don't know why a lot of Nigerians don't like macaroni, but it's one of my favorite pasta to make. So now I already rinsed it like I said before. So it is fully cooked. Now it's time for us to stir everything together. Added the coconut milk, so let's go ahead and mix everything. The coconut milk flavor, the bell pepper flavor, onion flavor, mackerel flavor, titus fish flavor, everything in this pasta is going to make it a bomb. If you are living in Nigeria and you're looking for a low budget recipe, check out my channel like I said before, and also do it to try this out. You're definitely gonna love it. It's going to be your favorite after making this macaroni flavor, coconut milk flavored pasta. It's so delicious, smells amazing. You're definitely gonna love it. So once you add your milk, I want you to take your time to stir everything very well. Make sure every ingredient, every spice, the sauce is properly mixed with the macaroni pasta. It is very important so that one side won't taste better than the other side. Stirring is a very good skill when it comes to cooking. Make sure to stir it, take your time to stir it. At this stage it is fully ready. You can serve with turkey, you can serve with the titus fish. I'm going to use titus fish for mine. Like I said before, you can as well use beef, goat meat, chicken, or any other fish of your choice. And this is very delicious to make. You can make it for your party, you can make it for your get together, for evening outing. You can just make this special food for your special friend and loved ones. Even your kids, they will definitely love it. One thing I know is that kids will love it. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.